Dear friends, welcome to Carmel Radiance, a YouTube channel spreading the Carmelite spirituality. Today, actually, we celebrate the feast of St. John of the Cross, December the 14th. Being Sunday, the liturgy of the day takes precedence over the feast of our Reformer. We noticed in the last Sunday a vivid description of John the Baptist. He was wearing a camel's hair shirt and a leather belt, a fiery preacher, eating locusts and wild honey, and preaching with the power. Hundreds and thousands of people were coming to see this man from Judea, Jerusalem, in the surrounding areas of Jordan. He was unafraid to call the Pharisees and scribes brood of vipers. Now he is in the prison. Now we see that John the Baptist sends his disciples to find out whether Jesus is the real Messiah. Marvelous works had been done by Jesus. He opens the eyes of the blind, heals the deaf, cures the lame, opens the voices of the mute. Early in the Gospel of Luke, we have Jesus in the synagogue preaching of the fulfillment of the divine promises, Luke chapter 4, verse 16. And there we find opposition to Jesus. Our text here echoes that Lucan sermon. The coming of the child is for change, particularly for the poor and the marginalized. Today's gospel is in line with this. The salvation that Jesus Christ brings is tangible, carries us through sorrows and mourning, and is vibrant, encouraging, filling the people with new enthusiasm. James in the second reading strikes a slightly different note, not incompatible with the message of Isaiah, but in keeping with the third Sunday of Advent. He counsels patience in the face of delay, reminding that plants come to fruit under the right circumstances in due time and cannot be hurried. The writer offers us a spirit of waiting and expectation. He calls us to temper our eagerness. There are two further admonitions in the excerpt. James is looking to build patience with his community members who are hard to get on with. He institutes a sort of no complaining rule, at least for this time of expectation. This might be useful for us in the lead up to Christmas with its events, pressures, and gatherings, but it has more serious side with its comments around judgment. Again, we have part of the future sense of our liturgical season. It foretells judgment as well as fulfillment. He adds to this a reminder of the prophets and their own fortitude as they acted and spoke in the name of God. Here is a deeper sense to the meaning of preparation. Jesus, a prophet following after John the Baptist, comes to be known as the prophet without partner. James and the early Christians follow him as the prophet who embodies the name and presence and power of God. He is the last of the prophets, the greatest and the fulfillment of all the prophetic revelation. Our Advent braces us to be prophets to the community, nation, and the world. Our patient waiting is to build our prophetic witness. It is an important link into our gospel reading. The gospel continues to focus on John the Baptist. The baptizer is praised by Jesus for his way of life and focus on the message of God, which allowed him to be seen as a forerunner of Jesus' own message. The passage from Matthew has its own purpose for the evangelist community. It allowed those early Christians to hold to their Jewish heritage and see a famous figure as a partial symbol of God's reign fulfilled in Jesus. The Lord's effusive praises about John the Baptist speaks into the integrity of this man, but also to the direction of his message. It is the first part of the message that is perhaps more telling. Here, Matthew is given a view of Jesus' ministry from the inside, so to speak. It is a telling of how Jesus saw himself across the Gospel of Matthew and of the Gospels altogether. There are two driving features of Jesus' sense of self. One is his place as a prophet. The second is his self-understanding of acting in the name of God. We are not well attuned to either the theology of prophet or of name. They do not speak into our sensitivities, yet they are the cornerstones of the faith of the earliest believers. Jesus was the name of God. His actions spoke of God and God himself with us, Emmanuel. Jesus' actions and words were utterly faithful to God and revealed the heart of God, God himself. As a prophet, one who speaks in the name of God, Jesus' actions and words embodied the presence of God in the midst of humanity, time, and culture. Our reading spells out what this means. The heart of God is revealed as utter care and love for the blind, the lame, the deaf, the lepers, the dead. The Advent message here is simple. To prepare to celebrate the birth of the child, we are asked that Jesus is our Savior and He is amidst us. We are salvation for those who cannot hear, who are outcast, left voiceless, rendered unable to stand, shrouded in deathly silence and ignored. We are called to conversion. Our gearing up to celebration of the Christmas must be a preparation, the way for the Lord in one way and being Jesus himself in another way. Both these messages should lead us to love those around us and help us to be like Jesus, who lived his life practically being among people. Christmas is living the life of Jesus in the most practical ways possible. That is, God with us. We are created in the image of God, and we should be able to see in everyone around us that same image, and thus we should be able to lift those who are least, last, and the lost. That is actually celebrating Christmas, when Jesus will be born on the manger in that particular hut or stable. We are reminded that he did not take his birth in a palace or in a royal household. Rather, in the simplicity, the most humble, Virgin Mary becomes his mother, and Joseph, pure, humble, obedient, becomes his father. Means that we are all called to live a life down to earth, reaching out to those people who are in need of our help, those helpless people. That means we become another Jesus to them, and we become another John the Baptist, standing up to truth, righteousness, and justice. And when both these personalities are combined in us, our celebration and our preparation for Christmas will be a marvelous, deeply spiritual, and even materially flourishing and satisfying. God bless you.